Welcome to the Comics Experiment, the show right here at Comicstorian that goes live every Saturday morning when we actually film it. It's also aired live over at twitch.tv/eligible-monster, where we film it every Thursday at about 2 p.m. Eastern. Today's episode is brought to you by
the Comicstorian Patreon. Check it out!
And we're also sponsored today by the 4 Hymns at... We're also sponsored today by 4 Hymns. I don't know what else. I was like, 4 Hymns, our usual sponsor. I don't know where I was going. What
was in that?
G Fuel. We're not sponsored by them yet.
I like the Joker laugh there,
right,
too.
So let me get to the appropriate sponsors. Okay. Jeez. Luckily, 4 Hymns is a usual podcast sponsor, so I'm not too concerned. And people may just enjoy the funny part. We've had 4 Hymns for a while. We've had 4 Hymns for a while, guys. 4 Hymns is a great, basically place to go for better hair, better skin, and sexual wellness. We've been saying it that way for like a year. But they got some great products. If you're ever wondering why my hair is not thinning at my ripe old age of 79, did you know I'm that old?
You look like crap. But your hair looks fantastic.
Exactly, and so does my skin and my sexual wellness. It's because of 4 Hymns, and if you want to know more about them, I will also be talking about them in the middle of today's episode. But they've been a long-term sponsor, and we appreciate their support. And obviously, you guys appreciate them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be with us for so long.
True.
All right, so today, it's a little bit of a wonky episode. Dan's missing.
But luckily, the search parties are out en masse, and we should find him very soon. Or if nothing else, a body.
Are they searching London?
Luckily, they're not searching my backyard.
I've heard through rumor mill that he maybe have gotten eaten by a rock slider bolter.
Rock slider bolter.
A whale that slides down mountains.
Yes. And eats people.
It eats people.
Just on its way down.
On its way.
It's like Pac-Man.
All right, so in all honesty, guys, some of you may have seen that there was a London media tour going on for the Spider-Man Far From Home movie. I was unable to go as I have been working on various charity deals, and I wanted to make sure that those actually got pushed forward and not postponed for a whole nother month. So we sent Dan. So if you were around back when Dan did the interviews for the last Spider-Man movie, he's done a bunch of interviews. They may go into this episode or they may go into the next episode of Comics Experiment. I am unsure because Dan's not back yet to talk to me. So if you're a first-time viewer and they're not in this episode, please look forward to it in the next episode.
He's interviewed like 4 different Spider-Men.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Spider-Mans?
Yeah, sure.
There's a bunch of them.
Sure.
There's a bunch of Spider-Men. Yeah, he's
Spider-Man.
Dan, it's actually really funny. Topics today, we're going to talk about this real quick, and then we're going to talk about the Spider-Man news with J.J. Abrams.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about the Endgame getting an extended cut. And we're going to talk about the Marvel Avengers game and why Andy hates it already.
That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate, yeah.
But I actually find these interviews funny. So every time we've gotten a movie interview, I have been busy, or I'm coming back from something.
Right.
Like this one was,
right.
I'm coming back from E3 and I need to go do a bunch of charity stuff. So we're just gonna. So what ends up happening is because of this show and everything and the expansions that we've made as a company, Dan has become like our interviewer. He goes to do all of these at this point.
Yeah, cool. Everybody has a job.
Yeah, except Gary. You're sitting here. Why aren't you at your camera?
What if it explodes?
Yeah, what if the camera explodes?
Well, then, I don't. What do I respond? How do I respond to that?
Gary will go like this to avoid all this trap.
Yeah, I mean, then we're not streaming. Like,
all right, you heard it here, folks. If we go down, it's because the camera explodes.
actually, if it explodes, I'm really glad I wasn't back there.
That's a good point.
And it probably would go out from the screen.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
And that's how Gary went blind. And since we don't have health insurance yet, he's on his own.
Yeah.
I gotta sign those forms. Anyway, guys, so yeah, that's why Dan's not here today, and that's gonna make it a little bit of a weird episode because, as we discovered last time, none of us know how to do audio.
Hey, I pushed the button.
We're
I think.
screwed.
Hold on.
I think if they can hear
I pushed the
us,
button.
can you hear us, Twitch?
No. The audio for the
They can hear
podcast
us.
is not the audio for Twitch. So
I
Twitch
think
can hear us,
I
and
think
we
our
still have
podcast
audio.
audio is going to be just fine.
Whatever. So
gonna be
news
just
today
fine.
that our favorite fan in the Twitch chat, Tevya, has been trying to get a response from us for the last hour that we've been live.
Okay, what?
J.J. Abrams is writing a Spider-Man comic book with his son, introducing a brand new villain to the Spider-Man mythos.
Really?
Yep, it was announced today, 4 hours ago. So it's not like
Is the villain called Mystery Box?
No,
Anybody?
The villain is actually.
It's a black smoke monster.
I was gonna go with the villain isn't actually an island that Spider-Man gets stuck on, and that
There you
doesn't
go.
make any damn sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Or the villain is Felicity.
Oh yeah,
Because he actually helped make that as well.
That's what it is. Peter's just gonna cut his hair.
Yeah.
The villain is actually a Klingon.
The villain is a Klingon.
Yeah, he did the
Oh,
Star
yeah,
Trek.
the weird
His name is Cadaverous, and he's going to cause problems for Spider-Man, because no other villain does that. His alter ego Peter Parker and his beloved Mary Jane Watson in a 5-part miniseries arriving in September. The Abrams are writing, and the comic will be drawn by Sarah Pichelli. Oh, she does really good work too. Yeah. And colored by Dave Stewart.
cool.
Sarah Pichelli is well known for the Miles Morales comic.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams is a really good storyteller, so I'm not worried about it being entertaining or anything.
Right.
But there are going to be a lot of unanswered questions
By the end of it. Yeah.
by the end of it.
He's a great storyteller. His endings have
His
something
endings,
to be desired.
Yeah, he puts way too much into that mystery box of his.
What was it,
getting a little
Cloverfield?
full.
We still didn't even have like a
Cloverfield.
full explanation, and now he's just linking weird.
He just that's what he does.
The first Cloverfield movie, there was an explanation for that.
Well, yeah, they had the whole other world, like the ARG game that explained it all.
Right? Yeah, there was like.
Honestly, I'm gonna blame it all on time traveling Felicity.
No, but you know what they did with the Cloverfield stuff, right? How he fixed it.
No.
So what he started doing, and this is because if you've watched the 2 other Cloverfield movies,
Which I have,
the one on Netflix and the one with
Yeah,
John Goodman,
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
those aren't actually Cloverfield movies.
No, they're not. There were actually just movies that were being made, and then they were brought in under the Cloverfield.
Right.
Oh, hey, this story just kind of fits this.
Kinda, yeah.
And that's
okay.
exactly what he's
Yeah.
been doing. It's a way
Premises
to
and
get
stuff.
funding for movies that would not get funding.
Yeah.
And he's throwing the
Interesting.
Cloverfield name on it.
But see, I like that better than 3 movies that they're like,
So
let's
he's- so
explain
he's- so
exactly
he's-
what's going
yeah.
on. To me, that's more
Right.
like a Twilight Zone kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's an anthology movie
Yes.
series.
Right.
Well, and I would
So-
agree if that were the case, but they don't bill it as that. Like if you go to the end of the Netflix one,
Right.
they explain the monsters better.
Yeah. So
Slightly.
But what I'm saying is they're still linked.
So this is just how he approaches all of his projects. Like, hey
Does
guys,
this fit under
I have a new
Cloverfield?
idea for a sitcom. Okay, it's like I don't know, JJ. Okay, it fits into the Cloverfield universe.
like,
oh, great. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Greenlit, go.
It's like a sitcom Cloverfield tie-in. That would be amazing.
Yeah, an Overlord was supposed to be a Cloverfield prequel. I think you're right, Tevi, on that one. I think it was at
I
one
did
point.
hear about that actually.
Yeah.
at
The
one
weird
point.
neighbors, like the guy who can't handle a camera.
But no, it's actually kind of what we do here. Comicstorian
Yeah.
Gaming, also known as Eligible Monster.
And
but
it's the eligible monsters like coming out of the clouds. At the
Yes.
end.
I'm the camera guy, I guess. In that
Gary, come on.
no,
situation.
you're a film
Yeah.
circuit who happens to work for us.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I'm a
he's-
tie-in. So you're saying I'm a
You're
tie-in?
a tie-in.
Yeah, we're bringing you under the umbrella.
You're a
Guys,
spin-off.
yeah, guys, I have this channel called Film Circuit. Yeah, whatever. It's tied into Comicstorian. Oh, great.
Greenlit.
Greenlit.
You're like, I'm not. There's nothing to greenlight. Greenlit.
Greenlit.
I don't understand.
Wait, we don't have our button. Where's our button?
Yeah, where's our
Okay.
button?
I assumed you guys didn't put it on the table because someone liked to push it too much
Yeah.
last time.
I don't know who that could have been, but his name was Andy. Starts with and, ends with E.
That's not how you spell my name at all.
Andy? Still going with pronunciations. So, I'm not. Fun thing with the Spider-Man worlds, Spider-Man has so many one-off
I was just saying there's so much,
tie-ins.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's not
It's
like
the
they
J.J.
were like, we're
Abrams-
going to do a one-off
Right.
of Moon Knight.
Yeah,
And I'd be
right,
like,
right.
okay, now I'm excited because I don't see much Moon Knight.
Well, the J.J. Abrams like plot line is just going to be lost in the shuffle of all those Spider-Man
I was
stories.
gonna say, yeah, that's the.
yeah.
And that's the
Unless
issue.
it's made canon.
And they've tried multiple
Unless
things.
it's a Cloverfield tie-in.
Yeah.
Spider-Man goes to Clover.
I'm surprised the film's not called Cloverfield. Oh, that would have been such a waste.
Actually, wait. He says in the interview that it's going to be linking into Cloverfield. No, okay.
It's gonna be like,
I was looking
what?
because I assume he says it. He probably said it like under his breath.
Yeah.
And it always in the Cloverfield.
So, all right, cool. That's our first bit of news.
Okay.
Newsio, no.
Great.
No. Okay.
Good job, J.J. Abrams.
Next thing that happened this week. So the Avengers has announced that it's coming out again.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see
The
that
extended edition.
It will have some deleted scenes, but they're not saying what. It will have a different post-credit scene, and that is all the promise we've gotten.
Oh, so they actually finally finished the post-credit scene.
Before it was just a noise.
Before it was just a noise. They're like, well, the scene's not finished. Just throw a noise up there.
fine. We're
And
not
then we'll
gonna-
re-release it.
We're not going to push the movie back another month because you guys haven't finished that last scene.
Exactly, yeah. We'll re-release it with like some deleted scenes. We
30
delete
extra
it's like,
seconds.
but we deleted those on purpose. I know.
I know.
They weren't good.
because they weren't good.
So the deal is apparently the funny thing about this whole thing is
okay.
that it's to beat Avatar.
Yeah, I have
Apparently
heard
they're
about
like
it,
30 to 50 million away from Avatar, at least at the time I saw it. I saw some people say 48 million. Some people were saying 38 million. I think it's
That doesn't count. The re-release of a film, which is probably not going to make as much money as the
Technically speaking,
first.
It's not a re-release because the movie is still in the theaters.
just, I can't see the timer.
Yes, but is the extended edition, going to literally replace what's already in theaters?
Yes, that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
And apparently,
It's like
because I know your
osmosis.
argument. I know your
don't
argument.
think that counts. That
This is like the
doesn't count to
road
me.
cut on the
Yeah.
X-Men movie.
It doesn't count.
It does. Because apparently that's how Avatar got its title. They did this. I didn't even know they did this, but
I didn't know they did this
I was
either.
reading the article. Apparently, Avatar towards the end to just hit the highest they could hit, did a re-release and made 30 million in the re-release.
Interesting.
So they basically looked at like, well, what did Avatar do? They did this. Yeah, let's do that.
But add extra crap.
Yeah. That
It's
post-credit
exactly what it
scene.
did apparently.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check that information real fast because
I'm not.
Gary does not approve.
It's not that.
I don't think it counts. I don't think it does.
I don't think it counts. It's a different. Honestly, it's a different movie at this point. When you add more
I can't
content,
find it. I can't find like anything that directly says that.
because it's like it's like the Lord of the Rings theatrical version
Versus
and the
the special
extended,
edition.
extended edition. They're different movies. Honestly, they play differently. The pace is different. They're similar films, but they're ultimately they are different films. And you can't say that like
See if I can look in the wiki.
yeah, I don't know.
No,
Gary
I
does not
get.
approve.
Yeah,
Get Kevin Feige
this is
on
why I
the
wanted you for this discussion because
Right.
you're more the filmmaker of our crew.
Right.
Yeah, and so you have more of an opinion on this kind of a thing than we do.
Yeah.
From what I can read, that is officially what they did. They did do a re-release.
And it would only count because
Extended, there it is. Extended
Okay.
theatrical re-release in July 2010. Cameron confirmed that there will be an extended theatrical re-release of the film on August 27, 2010, exclusively to 3D theaters and IMAX. That's probably why I didn't hear about it because during that period,
Wait,
I was prepping for
Endgame
the
is
floor.
still going to be in theaters even then?
No,
doesn't
this
make any
was
sense.
This is for
Avatar.
Avatar.
This was Avatar.
Sorry. Okay, yeah.
Avatar
Go ahead.
Special Edition included 9 minutes of footage,
Okay,
all of which
I
is
got you.
CG, including an extension to the sex scene. Well, now I got to download it.
Nice.
And various other scenes that were cut from the original theatrical film. The extended re-release resulted in the film's runtime approaching the current IMAX Platter maximum of 170 minutes, thereby leaving less time for the end credits. Cameron stated that the 9 minutes of additional scenes cost more than $1 million a minute to produce and finish.
Good lord.
During its 12-week re-release, Avatar Special Edition grossed $10 million in North America and $22 million overseas, worldwide of $33 million. So they did this too.
Yeah.
So to beat it,
So it's not cheating if everybody does it.
yeah. So how do you feel now?
I don't think it's cheating.
'Cause they're using the exact
don't.
same tactic.
I understand, but it's a different film.
You think it should categorize differently?
It should
It
categorize
not go
differently.
into
Yeah,
it.
it is a different film, and I also think it's too soon to
That-
release a new
that-
version.
I
I think
think
it's
it's
too
still in
soon. Yeah,
theaters.
exactly.
They did it. I think they said they did it
Yeah.
a year later.
Yeah.
And apparently they're going to try to do this sooner than later. I don't know how you can do that with Spider-Man coming out in a week, though. Because apparently the only statement as of the filming of this podcast was Kevin Feige stating next week. And everyone's like, well, that makes no sense.
right.
Because they're not going to...
Spider-Man's coming out.
Exactly.
So you're basically going to compete with your own movie.
So, if they're going to do it for Endgame, they should do it for Infinity War. They should do it for the other Marvel films. They'll make a ton of money because the movies
just
are already
re-release
made.
them,
Yeah. And people will go see them in the theaters, especially if you release them like back to back to back. That's how they should have done it. They should have said, oh, okay, we're going to re-release Iron Man with extra footage. We're
Right.
going to re-release Iron Man 2, Thor, go through the roster, and then end with Endgame again.
I feel like it should be
Extended.
at least a year.
Yeah, at least a year.
Yeah.
Or even do like one film a month for 22 months or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think it's way too soon, and I don't think it categorizes as the same film.
Okay.
And all just to break a record for Avatar.
To break a record. I think-
What they're doing is they're going to start causing this like competition.
Well, apparently Avatar started because they're doing it now.
I know.
Yeah.
But Avatar had done something, as far as I know, that no other film company did. That was, hey, we're going to re-release this film. Yeah, we'll make more money. That's probably why they did it. That's why you make any movie, and it's to make money.
Right.
But now
They're
it's
saying
just
that
going
his
to be
exact quote's a little off. Let me double check that.
now it's going to be just a regular thing. I think for films and film companies to do. It's like, hey, we have this extended edition. We're going to release it 3 months after the original, so wait for the extended.
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna
you're
say,
just
in
going to
that
get
case,
to
you
this
just gotta
point.
wait,
Yeah. At this point, you just wait for the extended edition.
But soon you'll have to pay an extra
Okay.
DLC price.
My quote is not my quote is exact, but what he's
Okay.
stating. We're doing that, Feige said, of an Endgame re-release with new footage. I don't know if it's been announced, and I don't know how much. Yeah, we're doing it next weekend. So people took that through the internet as he's going to talk about releasing it. They're probably going to announce it next, the official release date of it. That would make more sense to me.
That would
I was
make
gonna
more
say,
sense.
it
That would
doesn't-
make more
It doesn't
sense.
make
Yeah.
any sense to come out at the exact same time as technically the last
But I think a lot of people like,
Competing with your own
three,
movies. Yeah.
because of the nature of the internet,
Yeah.
that is coming out next weekend, gets around, then I hear
Right,
it and go,
right,
oh,
yeah.
the movie? No, that makes no sense.
Right.
So,
Huh.
I asked this question to our Twitter, and I will see their responses in a moment. But before we can do that, since we have two sponsors, it's time to open a portal to the Adverse. Today's podcast is sponsored by Hims, a wellness brand for men. Have you noticed your hairline slowly receding or bald spots showing up? Well, 66% of men start to lose their hair by age 35. But I'm here to tell you about a great product to prevent more hair loss while you can. No more awkward in-person doctor visits or long pharmacy lines. 4Hims connects you with real doctors online. Just answer a few questions for a doctor to review, and they can determine if it's right for you. They can prescribe your medication to treat hair loss that is shipped directly to your door. My listeners can get started with a 4Hims complete hair kit for just $5 today right now while supplies last, and subject to a doctor's approval. See the website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or a pharmacy somewhere else. Go to 4hims.com/Rob and Benny. That's FORHIMS.com/Rob and Benny. 4hims.com/Rob and Benny. And I close the portal.
Yeah, so his portals speak Russian.
Ushmager.
All right, so
Okay.
here's the responses
Okay.
to this, and this is going to lead
Sure.
to my next question. Well, I guess before we go to the Twitter response, are either of you, if we don't go as a group, which as of right now I'm not planning on it, intending to like go grab Edith or go grab Marcy and go see Endgame again?
No.
No. Not at all.
I actually don't plan on it either.
I
Only
will
because
wait
it's over
for
3 hours long.
Yeah.
And I don't have
I've
that
already
much time to
seen.
dedicate.
We've already seen the film.
Yes.
We know how it ends.
Yes.
We know the story.
Yeah.
Adding a couple extra scenes,
Isn't going to change it enough. for
unless
me.
it's a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
change, like Hey, Black Widow doesn't actually die, or
Thanos
Thanos, something like that.
In the end.
Wong.
Jesus, what movie did I
Yeah.
walk into?
Wong saves the day. I don't know. I need to see that. That needs to be a thing. Wong. No, I'm not going to go see it again.
I'll wait for a DVD.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Redbox. I mean, I may never see it.
I'll probably
mean-
see it when it hits Blu-ray, and I'll look online what they are. Now,
Yeah.
I tweeted out that I'm probably not going to go see it, and one of my favorite responses was, let me see the exact wording. Hold on.
They said, "Shut up."
No, it was.
You call yourself the
It was retweeted
Comicstorian.
in a weird way, so I don't even know if it's actually on here.
Yeah.
But the short story of it was, isn't that your job to see it? It's only $10.
It's
How can you not go see it?
Well, depending on where
My
you
response
go.
to that is I don't actually see movies or play video games or even reread comics very often at all. I'm very much about new experiences.
I would agree. There are very few movies I actually want to watch again.
Exactly. There's a lot where I'll be like, oh, it'd be cool to see that again, but I'll never
Yeah.
get around to doing
Yeah.
it. And Endgame's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that list. I saw it one time, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it's not because I disliked it. It's because I don't normally see movies multiple times. Also, and the case in point with Andy, at a 3-hour original runtime, and it probably going to be closer to 3 hours 15 or 3 hours 30, time for me is more important than that $10.
Yeah,
I
well,
need
and,
that
and it's
time
more
of my
important,
day.
and it's more important than those few extra scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
that's-
the extended peanut butter sandwich scene, at the beginning there.
Right.
It's like 2 minutes of Ant-Man actually eating the sandwich.
It just keeps, like they're talking, it just keeps cutting back to him.
You see, and you get the director's commentary. You see, we thought there was so much imagery here. It was so deep. And
Honestly, I just really enjoy watching Paul Rudd eat sandwich.
yeah. Let's just listen to the Foley for a second. Of
really lip
really,
smacking in a mic.
really dialed in that
People
scene.
love that. People
Yeah.
love
That's what
that.
he was doing the whole
Yeah,
time.
we debated putting the sandwich in like Dolby, 7.2 surround sound. Where the chomping kind of goes around your head.
It's
Anyway,
like he's eating a sandwich right behind.
he's just walking
So-
around you eating a sandwich.
For me, it'll take a lot for me to devote
Right.
3 more hours to see the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Mopey said I would pay $3 to see those scenes alone. I'd probably do that.
Okay, yeah, I would do
10
that.
seconds.
Yeah, but to go to a theater,
Yeah.
sit down, get your
it's 3 hours
food,
to
travel
begin
there.
with.
Yeah,
So I'm already going to have to leave an hour before the movie starts.
Yes.
To get through traffic, get to the theater, get my tickets, get my seat,
Yeah.
get my popcorn, get my drink.
Use the
3 hours.
restroom,
I'm gonna
yeah.
need a snack. Get the restroom.
yep.
He gets hangry.
I get hangry. The
Halfway
movie's
through
gonna
the
play
movie
through
is
it.
like,
Afterwards, I then have to drive home and most
Yeah.
likely gonna get dinner. You
Yeah.
know, because
Sure.
it'll be at a weird time.
Because he'll still be hangry.
so it's like a 6-hour commitment.
It is. It's like
It's
a,
like, listen,
that's
I
pretty
got a
normal,
clear
yeah.
weekend if I'm going to
to go see this movie again would take 4 to 4.5 hours
Right.
where we are.
Minimum.
So unless you live next to a
Minimum,
theater and have a back door in so you don't have to deal with any lines, it's just, I don't see myself finding the time to do that.
Well, unfortunately, I think most moviegoers will not.
Well, I think that's why Avatar only got 30
yeah,
million
the
again,
true MCU fans.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna go.
Well, and that's
But-
I want to get to that point in a minute after I get through these because I do want to talk about that.
Okay, but the average moviegoer
Right, will not go.
will not go. No.
Okay, so I tweeted out, I retweeted Avengers Endgame officially getting a re-release with new footage exclusive from Comic Book Now. Not sure how I feel about this. I'll probably just look up the new footage and not bother going again. LOL. What do you guys think about? What about you guys? That was the tweet. Okay. And then this, and I want to talk about this in a minute, so don't go
Okay.
into this. But
Okay.
Alexis Beck said, "Whatever it takes to dethrone Avatar," and I got a lot of responses like that, and I want to talk about that. That the mentality is not to see the movie again,
Right.
It's
to beat that damn movie with those blue people in the tree.
and the sex.
That
The blue
animated
sex
movie.
alien.
Yeah,
And
the,
the blue,
the, ta-
yeah, 'cause
the,
that's the reason Ben went to see it.
yeah, the
was
ponytail,
like,
the ponytail on ponytail action
Ben
was
I
like,
don't really
yeah,
want to see them. It was a Ben ponytail on ponytail 6 action. He's
yeah.
like, all right, let me get to 2.
So their ponytails, they do this.
Funny story about that actually. I saw Avatar in France.
Oh.
Because when it came out, I had just gotten back from Iraq.
Okay.
And I got my tour, my leave, and I took it to go to France to meet Natalie for the first time because we've been talking the whole time I was in Iraq, and I'd never met her personally. So I went to France and we went to go see Avatar, and the whole thing was in French, but they had English subtitles.
Ben was like, why is this movie in a foreign language?
I don't understand. It's made by Americans.
But I saw it with her and her mom.
Yeah.
That was how I saw Avatar in
really,
France.
really not a fan of that movie, actually.
I think it's okay, not as big.
I've seen.
I did
I've
not
seen
like
Pocahontas,
it. I did not
so
like it.
I don't
And like 4 other movies,
Yeah,
Dances with Wolves. Yeah,
yeah,
That
I've
whole
seen
argument's
all those.
been made.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
Corin McLean made a couple tweets, but I think it was
Okay.
a good point. Probably waiting for the Blu-ray release. Not like it's that far from now, unless they pull a Rogue Cut or Lord of the Rings extended
Yeah,
editions.
that Rogue Cut came out. Took forever to come out.
Yep. Or the Lord of the Rings extended editions and put it out a couple months to a year later than the separate first home video release. That'd be lame. And then he even followed up, and this is a good point.
lame.
People are acting like this is unheard of, though. What did you think the Snyder Cut fanatics were talking about? They weren't talking about this.
This is not the same.
Release the Feige cut.
Release the fight.
The Snyder Cut argument is based on the concepts and idea that Zack Snyder has actually filmed a very large portion of his
yeah.
movie.
Or at
and
least-
it's-
has
and it's
most
just
of it done.
missing the visual
Yeah.
effects
Right,
and
right,
some
right,
finalized
right.
scenes. That's the Snyder Cut argument, that they want that version of the movie that should exist to some extent.
I do want to see that version because I want to see like Superman fighting like a tennis ball on a stick. You know, like
don't throw
the
like
visual
little
effects. It's right here. It's right here.
There's like no sound.
There's
either.
no
It's
sound.
Just
It's-
like him on the set.
You got the fan blowing in the background. Yes, I want to
Half of them
see
won't even
that
have
version.
The capes, because the capes are actually all CGI.
Yeah,
too.
right. Yeah,
So you just see Ben
exactly.
Affleck, no cape.
Yeah. Oh man, I want to see that version.
Yeah, no, I would love to see that version. I also think it's like the Snyder Cut people are always freaking out about release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut. It's all about the closure. And I've always said my argument is you're not going to get closure.
No.
You're going to get Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is 1,000
Yep.
cliffhangers.
Yep.
But I also think it would be hilarious if they ever did release Snyder Cut, and it was just terrible.
Yeah,
Like the worst thing ever.
Well, it would become. Why did you release the Snyder Cut?
Hashtag take back the Snyder.
Take back the Snyder Cut.
I would love that
Oh,
to be
man.
the case. Though, after all of the hoopla and the
man.
noise and everything, it comes out and it's terrible.
Just bad, and then
Yeah.
people
And
are like blasting.
And then
it.
you
Why
get
did they
like,
even release
and
this?
then Joss Whedon gets like a million emails to say,
Oh
just
my
thank
God.
you,
Yeah, exactly.
thank you for
But
doing what you
We'll
did.
never know. As far as I know,
Thank
we'll
you
never
for
know.
Buffy.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
I liked this comment. Aki Cat said they managed to make DLC a thing in movies. And I was
Yeah.
like, seriously,
Sure.
they did.
It's, yeah.
They be
Oh
too.
god,
it's not. That's the thing.
It's
Okay,
there's
so
going to be loot crates in loot boxes in movies where you just pay the fund and you hope you get the movie you want.
Hey, don't make fun of loot boxes. We're making one right now. Currently
No,
up on our Patreon.
No, video game one. I mean,
like
microtransactions. That's what I meant. Actually, because I actually get like loot crate and stuff.
Don't make fun of loot crate stuff.
In video games where it's like you pay the money and you hope. I hope this is the movie I wanted to see. Or like the actor.
I was thinking of like
buying a different actor in it. Oh man, I got Michael
Which version
Cera.
did you see? I got Michael Cera as
Michael Cera.
as Cyborg,
as Batman.
Michael Cera as Batman. I got the all Michael Cera cast.
Oh Michael Cera.
I'm not even gonna laugh. I'm not even lying.
What?
If they released a all Michael Cera version of a movie,
I mean, I'd see it. Yeah. Just
That would break every box office record. Yeah, Michael Cera Titanic. What?
I still say he should play Galactus.
He should play Galactus.
Anyway,
sitting in a purple chair is just Michael Cera.
Anyway, we are making a loot box style thing. It's the Comicstorian Army box. It's up on our Patreon right now. Every month we send you one of our latest T-shirts and a bunch of office stuff and hang out and chat with you guys. Very limited number because we don't know if we can do it properly. So very limited until we figure it out.
And just so we're clear, I actually like loot boxes.
Anyway, I'm just saving that because it definitely sounded like
No, I meant the
we also have a Loot
if-
Crate sponsorship too.
If
So.
theaters want to make a lot of money,
No, I
like
get Loot Crate.
more money than they're currently making, they should release like loot crates for the movie you're going
I
into.
feel like we're being overly loud today.
No, we're not.
just you.
Just usual.
Yeah.
Loot crates for what?
Like going into a movie. Like you buy a loot crate at the movie
Oh,
theater.
like at the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like a
I
little
can see
box
that.
with like cool stuff in it. Yeah.
Free merchandise.
Okay, so
be cool.
Juan
Yeah.
Flores says we need to dethrone Avatar. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Zach
bring those
Weist
blue
says
baskets
I could
down.
see it being a post-credit scene from Phase 4 for Far From Home, depending on the re-release. I can see that, but I don't think it's going to come out before Far From Home.
What would be the point of
No, they would ruin Far From Home.
That's what I'm saying. What would be the point of doing a scene from Far From Home if Far From Home is about to come out?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know? If anything, you would need it to set up the next phase.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't do that because the idea was that Endgame.
I think the thing is they don't have a next phase. They're hanging on to phase 3. And they're like,
They're claiming
how
that there
long
won't
can
be
we?
phases anymore. They're just going to release movies with a climax at the end of the whole thing.
They're tired, is what it is. They're exhausted. Like, guys have been at this for 11 years. I'm so tired.
Oh, here's the guy. Andres Gonzalez says, "Not bother going again. Aren't you into comics like a lot? What is a ticket?
Yeah,
to,
you're into
movies
comics.
worth in the U.S. $10 if you feel like the experiences of watching it on if you feel like the experience of watching it bootleg on YouTube is the same." You are just making a rant, basically what he's saying. And like I said, it's not that I don't. If I had 3 hours to spare, I'd go see it. But I don't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I think Lord of the Rings did it right. You know, the extended edition would just have exhausted the audience in theaters. I don't think it would have
They did
performed
do
as well.
a
Right, but that was like way after.
a marathon where it was like you could watch all 3 movies.
But that's for
extended.
the-
It was
yes.
like over 12 hours
I know.
long.
Yeah. Oh, it's the length of a season of a show. So,
Sit there for 12 hours.
but that's for the diehard fans who like the extended edition, who want that theatrical experience. Initially, the theatrical version was what it was because that was what was going to perform best in theaters.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
And that's usually what a extended edition is.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
yeah,
this
it's
is
like,
all the stuff we
This is
cut
for the
out.
diehard fans.
Yeah,
Like,
so you
yeah.
can watch this.
Right. This is for people who actually like read the books and you know, things like that.
Philip Whitby says, do I need an excuse to watch Endgame again? No, I don't. And I know a lot of people like that. I know a lot of people do want to see it again. I know
I'm not
Rob saw it
saying-
like 3 or 4 times or something like that.
And people are going to see it. They're going to make a lot of money off of like re-releasing a film. So
And maybe they're releasing it so close to keep on the hype train.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do like this. Somebody in a GIF or I guess a meme of Thor walking like he's ready to go kill Thanos in Infinity War. And it says Avengers Endgame for his head. And then it says, "Bring me Avatar."
A movie eventually will defeat Avatar.
It'll happen.
It will happen. It probably will be Avengers. Like
I could see
it
it,
probably
yeah.
will be. But
I
give
like
it
a
enough
lot of people
time.
are making the same joke. Movie DLC, oh dear God, that is from only person hyped for Doom.
Which Doom?
I don't know. What's his name? Only person
That
hyped
new
for Doom.
movie? Because that movie looked awful.
No.
game?
Oh, it is the movie. He has the movie. He has this thing.
Yeah, the movie looked awful.
He's the only person hyped for the Doom movie, I think. So.
movie looked terrible. I'm sorry.
I still haven't seen the trailer for it.
I'm sorry, only guy hyped for Doom,
The
but you're
only,
the only guy
the
hyped
only-
for Doom.
Okay, I don't mind the Doom movie. I like the first one with The Rock. My only complaint is they're changing.
That's because that movie was.
It was cheesily entertaining.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
the
it
point
was
of
designed to be Doom the movie.
Yeah.
That was it.
This new one, like everyone's making a big stink out of the female lead, and I'm okay with that as long as they don't call her the Doom guy.
Well, that
Or Doom girl.
Doom person.
And my only real argument against that is like I'm all for strong female leads and stuff
Sure,
like that.
yeah.
I just feel like the Doom guy, the I don't talk protagonist,
Right.
whose purpose is I'm a space marine who can handle a gun, who literally has no background, no history,
No head.
no origin,
No
Yeah.
face.
no face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we changing him out?
I don't know because we try to put meaning.
not telling me a different story.
Right. We try to inject meaning into everything
Yeah.
nowadays. Like, well, there needs to be some deep social commentary to literally everything we do. There does not.
Yeah.
It is okay to make something that is just entertaining.
Yes.
And that's literally what
Like-
Doom is. You've never the closest
Yeah.
thing we have ever had to the Doom guy having a story was we learned that
The Doom Slayer.
no, what's the name of the guy from Wolfenstein? He's his grandfather or something.
BJ Blazkowicz.
Yeah, like they're related. That's the only thing we've ever gotten. And if you want a story, go to him, BJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 2 daughters now that are running around, but still.
I like this idea that Doom Guy is actually Link.
I've heard that theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense too.
That
would make
Link
sense.
has almost no
Yeah.
backstory at all until recently.
I just think it's hilarious when a company takes something that has has a lot of resonance with like pop culture and things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. The Doom guy did the Doom franchise, and then they're like, "All right, we got the Doom movie, but we don't got Doom guy." Why are all these people freaking out?
Well, like, is
You know why? Because they're sexist. That's
why.
It's not because
Yeah, no.
you're changing the. I mean,
Well,
Doom
okay,
is essentially
it
Doom
would
guy
be-
versus demons.
Yes.
That's Doom.
That's Doom. It would be no different than releasing a Tomb Raider movie without Lara Croft.
Yes, exactly.
Like, this isn't Tomb Raider. This is
Like,
Indiana
this is
Jones.
Tomb Raider with Indiana Jones. But
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Or,
to be
No,
fair,
it's not.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
Uncharted. Yeah.
like the biggest argument I have with the whole Doom guy thing is like they're just trying to, like you said, they're trying to give meaning to something that doesn't have it.
Yeah. This never is not designed.
Isn't the idea of Doom
To
guy
have
like
it.
some parody of like 90s action heroes?
No.
Like, oh, he's just your guy with the gun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Duke
'cause
Nukem
be-
was
because
like the parody.
Duke
of,
Nukem was
yeah,
the
it was the
parody.
parody
Yeah,
of
that's right. Yeah,
90s. Yeah.
Doom was because they were like, we want to make a shooter, we want to fight demons, but this was back when they, it's like you couldn't have like tons of story and things like that just because the system
It didn't
couldn't
allow for
handle
it.
it.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, he's a guy with a gun and he shoots demons.
And nobody,
Cool.
nobody
But-
cared.
And you know what? Duke Nukem got a fleshed out storyline system. BJ Blazkowicz
Yep.
got a
Right.
has had a fleshed out story since then. I would accept BJ Blazkowicz being swapped out.
I just want to hear Ben say Blazkowicz.
Blazkowicz.
Yeah.
I would accept him being swapped out if they want to make a strong female lead in the Wolfenstein.
Which is
Right,
what
right.
they're doing in Wolfenstein Youngblood. It's his
But they're
two
making it his daughters. Yeah, they're not.
It's still strong female leads.
No, you're right. But and you know what? You're 100% right. That's exactly.
That's exactly what they are.
But
Yeah.
but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is he has a history and an origin and
Yeah.
he's a character.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
daughter-
Doom Guy's more of a caricature.
Yeah. Daughters is different from just replacement.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, this is still his family. This is continuing
Yeah.
the story
We
versus.
want strong female
yes,
leads
yeah.
killing Nazis. Can we just make them his daughters?
Sure.
Sure. I mean, they got to have parents, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Everybody has parents.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, everyone's freaking out about it. I just I would find it so funny if the movie comes out and she's the strong female lead, but like they still have Doom Guy. He doesn't say anything. He's in the armor and like she'll run in and he'll just be like. He's just running along
Just
with her.
grunts.
Yeah, he just grunts the whole time. Hey, here you guys go. We brought Doom Guy. This is the Doom Guy from the games.
And Doom Guy was played by Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
I'd watch that movie.
Doom Guy's the romantic interest, according to Phoenix Rising on our Twitch chat.
I would watch that movie.
But we won't see it until they re-release it with extended
extended
scenes.
DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about her. Just Doom Guy's in the background following her.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Doom Guy played by Michael Cera.
John Berthal.
As Doom Guy? Oh, I'd watch that. But he wouldn't talk. It's like
Michael Cera.
I mean, to me, Doom Guy in a movie would just have to be Judge Dredd. I don't want to see Doom Guy's face.
I don't either. You're 100.
Carl
Carl
Urban.
Urban.
I was just gonna say, Carl Urban played both.
He did.
Yeah.
And he did a great job as Judge Dredd. He did not remove the helmet.
He was Dredd that entire movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he did another Doom, because he was Doom Guy, but I mean, it was the same thing.
They tried to create a
Backstory,
character. Yeah. They tried to give him a.
And if they
Yeah.
just played, if all
Just
you
Doom
could
Guy.
see was that
Yeah.
incredible frown he managed
Yeah.
to work through that entire Judge Dredd movie.
Yeah. That'll become Carl
can't even
Urban's new
frown.
standard. It's like, so Carl, for this next movie, you have a mask and you don't remove it.
It's like, all right, how much is the paycheck?
Yeah, great.
That
Fewer
would
lines.
be my Doom movie. Doom guy is there, and he's with a squad, and the squad has the story. The squad has interactions.
Doom guy is just awesome.
It's just Carl Urban, and he says nothing but like, "I got this." Like that's all he says ever.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. I think
Best
we went on to a Doom
Carl
tangent.
Urban's
You know what the
best
best
performance
You know what the best part about
ever.
this is? Like, because a lot of people are making the big sexist argument. Oh,
Right,
man,
right.
It's sexist that you're swapping them out, and the sexist people are the ones who are arguing that you don't want her. We're not arguing that we want a strong male lead. We just want a guy who doesn't talk and shoots things.
I just want my Doom movie to be Doom.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
That's not too much to ask.
Hardcore Henry, Tevye says. Yeah, that's pretty
I
much
mean, yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
That's essentially.
because he doesn't talk the whole movie, does
No,
he?
he doesn't.
Yeah, so
That's
there you go.
That's the idea, is that his voice box doesn't work.
Yeah. 'Cause
That's a video game movie in the literal
yeah,
sense.
that's it.
It's
We
a
want
video game
Hardcore
movie.
Henry.
Yeah.
And you can have her be the female lead, because in Hardcore Henry, there's a female lead, and she's got guns and stuff. Doesn't she?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't get past the first half hour.
It's such a good movie.
Something came up. We stopped it. Now I remember
You're
getting
dead
finished
to
it.
me. All right, chat.
Benny is Doom guy, full armor. Yeah, we're not even saying. I just find that funny that our argument is not like, no, give us a strong male lead.
We just want a guy that don't talk. You don't see his face.
Yeah.
Like if there's ever a Halo movie, I don't want to see Master Chief's face.
No.
You know what would be
We want-
hilarious? Before
Honestly,
we get back-
we want the voice of Master Chief.
Yes.
He's played by Michael Cera.
I need a gun.
Just
Hang on.
pulls up.
So,
Can't breathe in this
when I
thing.
said gun, I really meant guitar.
he doesn't have to keep playing guitar.
Yeah.
Final note on this. I had a brain fart now. What was it? They're Halo. They were saying another one. I don't remember. I was going to do a final note on this. Oh man, I can't remember now.
Our final thoughts.
Our final thoughts.
What are our final thoughts? That was every topic, right? That was Avengers
That was
Extended.
no, we're not done yet. We
Okay.
gotta go. We still have one more whole topic.
Oh, we do? Okay. Okay.
He's like,
We
oh.
just went on like a Doom
I'm just double checking.
tangent.
Yeah.
So crazy
Where
Doom
for like
thing.
5 minutes we just said, just give us Doom Guy.
Like, wait, that's not
Oh,
what we were
no,
talking
no,
This
I
is
was
not
like,
complicated.
It'd be hilarious though. Like we're
What?
all saying, like we just want Doom guy, just a guy in full armor.
Yeah.
We get to the end of Doom Eternal, and he takes the helmet off. It's like a Samus moment, and it's Doom Girl the whole time.
Even then, honestly, I'd be fine with that.
It's
no,
okay.
If it was a Samus reveal,
It
the
doesn't
whole
change.
time,
It doesn't.
fine
Yeah,
with
it
that.
doesn't change anything.
No.
Yeah,
It
I was
wouldn't
gonna say,
change.
It
Right,
does
it
not
doesn't
change
cha-
my idea
No.
of Doom at all.
Doom. Yeah. Doom
Wait
Gal.
a minute. Doom guy is a Doom girl? Who
knew?
is this garbage? I'm going back to Wolfenstein.
yeah.
The new one's got chicks. Ah!
If he, oh man, no, that wouldn't change anything
it would not
because
change my
if you
perception.
start giving her like a backstory and voice work and then
I'd
it like
be okay with that if they made it like super like rom-com. Like her origin story is like super rom-com.
Super rom-com.
And then she becomes Doom girl.
So how'd you become Doom Girl? Well, you see, I was a career-driven young woman in New York, and I moved to this small town.
I would play that game.
I'm just picturing Andy over here in the area, like Andy, we just played Doom, and he gets to the ending, and he does that, just stands up. What? It's been a girl the whole time. All of my masculine fantasies are ruined. I'm going to Wolfenstein. Andy, it's got his daughters. What? I hate being
This
women.
makes me question my own masculinity.
I've never played Final Fantasy 13. I'm gonna go play Final Fantasy 13.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Tomb Raider. That
Yeah,
game
yeah,
is
yeah.
got dudes in the tomb, right?
Dudes in it too.
It's got Lara Croft.
I'm also going to do the Final Fantasy VII. Tifa's got huge boobs, right?
Yeah.
No, they reduced them.
Yeah, her eyes are smaller too.
Andy turns into every like over alt-right argument about
yeah.
I can't even play anything anymore.
all of my games are
All
ruined.
my games are ruined.
I'm gonna go over to comics. No! Don't do
I'm
it.
gonna read this Ghost Spider comic. That's my Spider-Man, right?
Well,
What's this Riri? That's just more Iron Man, right?
I just literally wander around the house for an hour and a half.
try to find something that doesn't have women in it.
Something that doesn't have women in it.
Wow,
Apparently that's who I am.
that's who you are. Yeah. Oh man.
All right, so
Okay.
this leads me to the next thing, and we'll probably not be able to get to the list today.
Okay.
We'll still talk about Marvel Avengers.
Yeah.
the mentality of everyone stating we need to see the movie to help it get over Avatar. And this, I think, because we do it too. I'll even admit to it. There's a brand mentality. Now, we do it in a different way, in which we are trying to communicate with our community. We're trying to talk to them. We're trying to make the community part of what we're doing. We took a lot of those ideas out of Rooster Teeth, Achievement Hunter, Kind of Funny. A lot of the people who do this kind of thing. Source Fed Nerd did a very similar thing. We do very similar to what they do. But there's a level above trying to connect to their community to companies like Coca-Cola, Marvel, companies that don't care about their community, but they want brand loyalty.
Sure.
Like the old school adage, PlayStation versus Xbox, you're siding with one side of this argument.
Right.
But the company doesn't care. They just want you to buy their product.
Yeah.
So how do you guys
If
feel?
I suddenly decided to switch, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. If you switch from Sony to Xbox today, and you were like, man, I really love my Xbox, Sony's not going to call you and be like, what did we do wrong, Andy?
What can we do?
What can we do to fix this? Because we really, really appreciate your.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way with the Avengers Endgame. Like, there's so many people that are like, we have to beat Avatar. Guys, Kevin Feige's not going to call each and every one of you and go, thank you so much for getting us over Avatar.
Although that would be hilarious.
Everyone gets a personal.
No. Even if like the after credit scene is just a little note from Kevin Feige that says like, thanks for helping us beat Avatar.
Thanks for helping us beat Avatar.
Even that, like at least they're acknowledging to an extent.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're going to get a personal call from Robert Downey Jr. and he's going to be like, yo, guys, thank you so much. We've been working on this.
No, he already called me this week, so yeah,
we talk like once a month.
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about the mentality of brand loyalty to brands that aren't even trying to really work with their community? Because I mean, as much as we love Marvel, they're not exactly listening to the facets.
I don't think it's so much brand loyalty as it is fandom loyalty.
No, so that's what it is. More like
that's what it is. It's more Marvel is better than the Avatar universe or whatever it is. Avatar was a terrible movie. Blah 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 blah. So. I think the whole
Gary's actual personal thoughts.
Yeah, the whole that's true. Okay, so
Sweetie's like, what do you mean? Me and Robert Downey Jr. just had dinner.
He already gave me the rundown.
He's sitting across from me right now. I'll let him know what he said.
Yeah. So I think it's pointless. I think trying to beat a movie's like box office revenue for the sake of beating a movie's box office revenue means that you're not putting your best foot forward as like as an entertainer or filmmaker.
Telling a good
story. I think basically they ran the numbers and they said, okay, well, what can we do to meet this mark? I don't think it's about beating Avatar. I think it's just about being number one. Yeah. It's not anything against Avatar. You know, I think it's just about about being number one.
I mean, it didn't exactly get to the 2.7 billion marker because it sucked.
I think for
like
Marvel,
8 more of them coming out apparently.
They've been doing that for like 10 years.
Yeah. So I think for Marvel, it's less about beating like Avatar as it is. Like, it wouldn't matter if it was Titanic, if it was some other James Cameron movie.
But how do you feel about the brand loyalty behind
James Cameron?
James Cameron. They just don't like him. Yeah, we need to topple everything James Cameron does. What did you ask? I'm sorry.
What do you feel about the brand loyalty though? Like if Andy were to come in today,
I don't think it's brand loyalty.
It's not brand loyalty.
It's fandom loyalty.
Okay, well, what if somebody like Dan comes back tonight, right?
Okay.
He's like, guys, we got to go see the Endgame extended cut. We got to beat Avatar.
Tom Holland asked me personally.
He was like choking up. He was like teary-eyed. He was like,
"I just we really didn't beat Avatar."
He's like, I really didn't like Avatar.
But apparently Tom Holland likes Final Fantasy 14, so I'm happy. I totally believe
he does,
really or
he I was just gonna say, or he was paid to be in the commercial.
No, I totally believe that he played. He's probably just sitting at home going, man, I can't wait to be a Dark Knight at the launch on the 28th.
Yeah, no.
I pre-ordered it in. I'm ready to roll.
He's not working on his next movie or anything.
First of all, your Tom Holland impression is terrible.
Yeah,
because I was British enough.
Yes.
I don't think it's brand loyalty. I think it's fandom loyalty. Yeah. And I think the whole fight is stupid.
I do too.
I think it's pointless because there are just as many people maybe who think Avatar should remain number one.
Who don't really like the Marvel movies.
Yeah, which is
they're wrong. It's fine.
It is what it is. Yeah. Again, it wouldn't matter who was at the top. They're just going to topple it because they can, because they want to be number one.
And then someday somebody will be like, we got to beat the Avengers movie.
Yeah, I also think that for Marvel, this is not like, will we beat Avatar? I don't know. This is pretty much a guaranteed calculation for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how much we earned. This is how short we came. And what can we do to get past that? We could add a few more minutes to the film. What's that?
They just didn't make any money off the movie. They're like, well, we're a couple million short.
Well, they were what, like 30 million short.
They're just falling short. That's why this whole thing came out.
Yeah, that is.
No, for becoming number one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like they didn't make enough money off the movie.
Oh no,
like
no. Oh no. Oh, they made like
man, we didn't make any money off of this movie.
no.
We spent $3 billion making it. That was Robert Downey Jr. alone.
Yeah, seriously.
Then we had some CGI.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much a guaranteed win for them at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had their numbers guys or ladies, run the numbers, numbers people, and it's just they're going to beat Avatar as the number one like grossing film, which I still think is a misstep in terms of like defining,
Actually,
because they're two different films.
That's how I define my life. If I've
Okay.
defeated
Yeah, I just want to. Okay. So we're way over time because we've been having a great episode.
Yeah.
I think it's been a fun episode. I think we should never have Dan again. Let us know in the comments below if you never want to see Dan again. He's too busy interviewing movie stars to hang out with us anymore.
He's probably got his new friends.
Tom Holland, Jake
yeah.
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's gonna come out and just like
Jackson.
getting another.
Be friends with Jake Gyllenhaal. That seems like a cool dude.
Yeah. Dan will come back.
Looks okay.
Yeah, Dan will come back and be like, man, Tom, just stop texting me.
Jesus,
This guy just won't leave me alone.
Okay.
He's just talking about Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be a Dark Knight. Okay, real question before we move on to the next topic.
Okay.
If Dan did come back and he's like, yeah, me and Tom really hit it off. I'm buds with him. I got him on my phone. What
I'd
would
be
you
like, dude, can we hang out with Tom Holland?
That's what I would do. Like,
I would absolutely.
Okay, so what are we going to make the dude to have this happen?
Yeah. When are you going to England again?
I mean, in all honesty, it'd be cool, but like ultimately he's just another guy. Like he's an actor. Like
celebrities or stuff.
Yeah.
We'll go to a con or something. He's like, oh, you want to go get this? Not really.
I mean,
I like his work.
I like what they do.
Yeah,
but it's just another person.
Yeah,
You
no, I've always
I'm
felt
not
the
gonna
exact
freak
same way,
out.
'cause, I mean, obviously, I get to a lot of situations where I'm next to the celebrities, and everybody's like, "Do you want to?" Like, because a lot of times we'll have the managers there and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to get a selfie or a signature? I'm
Like, I'm good.
I'm good. Like, what am I going to do with the signature?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with this? A selfie's going to go up and get cool reaction, and then be the end of it. Like, it's not-
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, especially the picture thing to me. I get more excited to meet like authors I like.
That's
things
true.
like that. Because that's more of a
Only time I
yeah.
choked up and couldn't talk to somebody, like it was Hideo Kojima. But I also think he might have been just like that crazy at that time. So
At that
he
time,
was like, "You should be in Death Stranding."
okay, whatever.
And then he
you
tried
wanted,
to
man.
explain the game to you, and you're like,
Tex says, but Benny, who would hold the whiteboard if Dan doesn't return?
"Nope."
Andy.
They loved you. They're like, we like sassy whiteboard better than Dan.
Andy was bound by an easel.
Okay, so
That's what Andy
I was
will
just
do.
gonna say we'll get a stand. We'll put
Dude,
Dan's face on.
There's
it.
actual comments in there on that last episode, on the last video with the whiteboard.
Okay.
You guys, you need to get. How are you at 2 million subs and you don't have working markers?
That is a solid
Because we
point.
lost our working one. That was it, and it was
Dan
it
took
was
it with him. Dan.
yeah.
And
It was
multiple people said, "We're gonna. Where can we mail them?" And I responded, "We have a PO box. It's in the about section."
we're gonna get like 100 dry erase markers in the mail.
If I've got to do it, the next video is just he's gonna go whiteboard. I'm gonna come out with an easel, angrily put it down, and put the whiteboard on it.
Also,
If we ever go easel, that has to be how it goes in.
there we go.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
all right. So
Spoiler.
And for the question, we can't afford more markers, hence the new Patreon and Twitch push. All right, Marvel
That's
Avengers.
for markers.
That's for markers.
yes, the
Studio
Avengers
space
game
and markers.
Right.
And markers.
The Avengers game.
The Avengers game.
Right.
Yes. Well, Gary doesn't play games.
Yeah.
Yes,
This is the one I thought you'd have the least fun saying.
Yes, I do.
What was the last video game you played?
What was the last video game I played?
Exactly. So,
Horizon
Andy,
Zero
what-
Dawn. I played Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay. All right. That's at least
recent,
this
yeah.
gen. I'll
Yeah.
give it to you.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like Final
So-
Fantasy 7.
When
you find out the plot to that
when the
yet?
game is good enough and I have the time, I will play
I
a
mean,
video game.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
You know, you have a family. I understand that.
Yeah.
It's
not a lack of interest,
Yeah.
like by any means. It's just a
There was a period
just
when
have a lot
he started
going on.
working here. He
Kids.
would play games on the couch when he wasn't working.
I can see that.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta get caught up. What is this PlayStation 4?
That's Sorny.
What's a Sorny? What are these buttons? Where's A and B?
All right, Andy. So my opinion, I got to see behind these closed doors of that game.
Yes.
It didn't look terrible.
Yes.
It didn't look amazing to me though.
Sure.
It looked to me like
It
they were
looked
taking-
mediocre.
Looked mediocre
Yeah.
and like they were just playing a safe bet.
Okay.
Let's give them story and a beat 'em up and call it.
Yes, visually, it looked like a PlayStation 3 era game.
Good. It did.
It does not look next gen, or at least current gen. It looks like it plays pretty straightforward. Run around,
In
smash
the
stuff.
gameplay,
I mean,
it looked fine. There was a couple
Yeah.
choppy moments in the cutscenes, which I'm assuming they're going to fix when the game comes out. Because
Yeah.
I was seeing behind this is what they weren't even showing
Right.
the public yet.
Okay.
So this was behind closed doors alpha footage.
Right.
So the cutscenes were a little chunky at times.
well,
but,
sure. Yeah, it's not finished yet.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's
And
not a
that-
finished
that's-
product.
I was like, I get that. That's fine.
Like, so we still haven't finished. We still haven't fixed Thor's beard or any of his hair.
Yeah.
Everybody else looks
I
fine.
need real beard
yeah.
physics.
Real beard physics. Yeah.
Or at least it needs to look like Kratos' beard in God of War.
Yes.
At least that level of goodness.
Yes.
Um,
so the beard will stand out from the rest of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned that it's Crystal Dynamics. Actually,
Okay.
I do like Crystal Dynamics.
Okay.
I like
I'm
the
trying to
stuff
think of
they
the
do.
last
I was just gonna say, remind me of
Tomb
something
Raider
else.
titles.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
So they're E3 Crystal Dynamics. Like they do a lot of. Not
They-
E3,
I don't think
Enix.
they did, I
That's
don't
what I
think
meant.
they did the
Enix.
latest Tomb Raider.
Squeenix?
Let me double check.
Squeenix.
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 They're not a terrible company at all. I like a lot of their games.
Right.
But you've given them one of the biggest franchises in the world.
Yes. Which is far overdue, might I add.
Yeah.
This game is way past due.
Oh yeah, we looked into it. There's
Yeah.
been no real solid Avengers title. There's been a Thor
Yeah.
game, a Cap game, and then they just went straight app game and Disney Infinity. It's sad that it used to be what's the best Avengers game? Disney Infinity 3.0.
I really like the art style from those.
It was, but it was the best Avengers title. That's literally what
Yeah.
it was. How did you feel, Andy? Because your point of view from our EM podcast, our Eligible Monster show, where we talk about video games on a regular basis, over on our YouTube channel, Eligible Monster, which is our old channel for video games, which is now just a weekly discussion show where we talk about stuff all the time. This is why I wanted to talk about it here, because your point of view didn't get really dived into on that show.
My point of view on it, well, I mean, because we were talking about the trailer and how like the characters models looked a little.
The character
off.
models just looked a little off. Yeah.
My biggest concern with it is the fact that they've already rolled out a 5-year plan, and I hate that.
Me too.
I am
Yeah.
not a fan
too.
of the what is it? What is the term?
Like episodic.
No, there's an actual term. For
Okay, so
like-
real quick, the last game they worked on was The Rise of the Tomb Raider. They did not do the latest one.
Oh, okay.
They've
Okay,
been
but
working on
Rise of
Marvel
the Tomb
since-
Raider was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said they do great games,
Yeah.
but none of the Tomb Raider titles like hit huge numbers.
What's what's the term? The new industry term for like
Live service.
live service. I hate that model.
Define live service.
Okay, so there's a couple ways that they've been doing this, and I've liked some of them, and I've disliked others.
I do not like it
Okay.
as a principle.
I don't like the concept of like what they're doing with Marvel, where they're like, here's the service, and here's some of the DLC.
Yeah.
We haven't even showed the general public real gameplay.
So to me, live service means we're not done with our game, but we want you to pay full price for it, and then pay
Right.
more for the full game.
Yeah.
Which is generally what it
So
comes down
pay
to.
full price for
I
a part of the
feel-
game.
Exactly.
And then
feel
pay
they ran into
more-
the same thing with
As they release.
Now he's not wrong. You
Okay.
are right. Some companies have done that.
yes.
Okay.
But some companies also have been doing it in a very good way. One of my favorites that does it is Ubisoft.
Okay.
Division's technically a live service game, but there's so much content in the initial release, you didn't even finish it, and we're still getting more.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and
no,
what they're doing
that's
is,
fine.
and what
And-
Ubisoft has been doing is they'll have the free for everyone who just owns the game.
Right.
And then there's additional paid services that you can pay for.
Yeah.
Which if it's done right, it's not terrible.
Right. Because like Division
If
having
you
so
give
much
me
content.
a full game to begin with for $60,
Yes.
and then if I enjoy your game, I can either get free DLC for some things,
Yeah.
or possibly pay for more.
yeah.
As long as I'm enjoying your core content,
Yes.
that's great, and I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
I feel like
But when-
Destiny is the borderline one.
Well, when they come out with like Destiny, honestly, Destiny 1 and 2,
But, like,
you gave me a single player game.
but the campaign was about 6 to 8 hours. The initial, the DLCs ruined that. But the
Right.
initial experience was long enough that at least warranted a Call of Duty style campaign. It was a complete campaign, regardless of what your reasoning was.
I guess. But then it's
But like I said, that's the borderline.
But then if you want like basically like Destiny 1, if you wanted the full game by the time they all came out, is like $100-something bucks.
yes.
Yeah.
If you wanted what was actually would be considered like a full game.
No, I agree, and that's why I say Destiny's one of those borderline ones,
Right.
because Destiny
Anthem.
does really cut it low.
Right.
Anthem's another good one that did
Anthem
that.
was terrible.
Yeah.
Ubisoft's the only one that I've seen doing live services, and actually Square Enix, they did it really good with Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 had an endless amount of free content rolling out, and even if you bought all the DLCs, it was only $20 more. And they,
Which
and
is
they-
terrible.
You mean
But my
for
point
all
is
of them
this.
or individually?
all of them together.
My
All of them
point is
together
this.
is only $20.
For a total of $80, if you didn't wait for the complete edition to come out, you could have gotten
Right.
the entire game and all the free updates, which included like changing the car into a monster truck, making it fly better entirely, adding entire new quest lines,
swapping out the
added
Backstreet
daily
Boys for
questing.
NSYNC.
Huh?
Swapping out the Backstreet Boys for NSYNC.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, like, I felt that one was handled very well. Ubisoft, I feel, has finally got a good idea what they want to do with that. Siege is considered a live service, and it continually gives you new stuff that can be earned in-game, or you can also pay cash for it. Steep does the exact same thing. They have monthly competitions for the snowboarding game. Crew does the exact same thing.
So what I'm saying is, when it's done properly,
Yes.
it's not bad. But I don't like it. The business model as a whole. I want a full
Right.
game when it comes out.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Tevius, and he's true. That's another. But that's
So, you know what I'm
so-
saying? Like, I want it,
okay,
like, especially
so-
story.
Yeah.
So if I'm like, if I get, let's say they get Avengers, right? Because they've already said we got 5 years worth of content coming.
Right.
Out. Okay, so how much is this extra content going to cost me, and what is it? If I get to the end of a single player campaign in Avengers or 3-player co-op or whatever,
And it doesn't tie up.
and it doesn't finish, it's garbage.
I agree.
You've lost
Yeah.
me. I'm
the
done.
main
Well, that's-
story, in my opinion, has to finish. I
That's
don't
what
want.
I'm
I like
saying.
the
Yes.
live service.
Yes.
But I have to. When I finish the game, if I don't want to participate in your live service, I want to feel like I'm done.
Well,
that you're done
that's
with
that's
the
where
game.
I think Bethesda has done it best. Where you get, like, let's say Skyrim, for example. You get Skyrim. That's
Skyrim
the whole
is a
game.
complete experience.
And you know they're going to come out with
Right.
expansions.
Yeah.
But they're optional, and they don't necessarily take or
Have
add to the
anything
main
to-
quest.
yeah, exactly.
So I think that's the way to do it. You get way more game, and yes, you'll have to pay again, but you're still content with this like one game. that
And then
you
the
bought.
other thing is, a lot of the
Yeah.
times they're like, "Here's the game, $60," and people are like, "It's not finished." Oh no, we got stuff coming out
That you'll have to
Don't worry
pay for
about it."
again.
That you'll have to
That's
pay
a
more
ripoff.
for.
Yeah, that's a ripoff.
No,
Yeah.
give me a full experience,
Yep.
and then if
Yeah.
I enjoy your full experience, I will pay for more.
Right.
yes.
If
Yes.
I don't, go to hell.
Yeah.
No, and I agree. And
that's
and
what
for
I- so-
for people who may be joining us late or maybe zoned out during the podcast,
Yeah.
we're actually not talking about video games in general as our Eligible Monster channel.
Yes.
If you want to hear us talk about video games in general, we are releasing 4 to 5 videos a week on our Eligible Monster gaming channel, where me, Andy, Dan, and Natalie are talking about video games on the regular. We're talking about the Marvel Avengers game.
Yes,
And
so
the
if I
problem,
get-
a problem I have agreeing with you.
The problem you have with agreeing with?
No, the problem I
Oh.
in agreeing with you is the initial pitch was A-Day happens, world has ended, we need to fix that. Here's your plot, it's co-op. Here's our DLC.
Yes.
So what does that mean that we're going to pay $60, get a 5-hour co-op game? Now, what does that mean? They're like side missions will be co-op and stuff like that. Well, how are you going to handle that?
Right.
You're trying to make a story-driven game. Am I going to get to the end and be like, well, I'm done. I don't want to play any more of this.
Right.
Or do I have to go level up my Hulk to do the Hulk DLC coming out? And then I have to pay $20 for the Hulk DLC.
So when they announce the game and immediately off the bat are like, we got 5 years worth of content, like, give me a full game before I start worrying about 5 years worth of content.
yeah. Or show me the main game.
Or show me the main game.
Yeah.
Tell me how long it's going
Yep.
to be. Tell me what I'm going to get out of it.
Yeah. Tell
And
me
then
features and
If
content.
the extra content is just like extra characters, extra side plots,
Right.
things like that.
I forgot about that. Yes, it was stated. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll go ahead and clear it because there's been a lot of misinformation right now.
Okay.
Because so little has been said.
That is true.
Right.
That the DLC will be free. I'm not
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Great.
I'm fine with that.
I do believe that was said. If not, then
Yeah, give me the incomplete game. That's fine. If the
if the DLC is going to be
if
free.
the DLC is going to be
All
free.
I mean,
You
That's
don't
fine.
expect me to pay more.
right.
Case in point, everyone knows I play Final Fantasy 14 all the time. The story a lot of times will wrap up, and it's basically a live service. We get more content every 3 months and more story drops, and a lot of those are cliffhangers. But the next story drop's going to be free as long as you keep paying your monthly sub. Like, it's a monthly
Right. If you're, paying
sub-based game.
if you're paying a monthly subscription, it makes sense that there would be extra content that you're going to get for
Yeah.
free. If you're
Yeah.
paying
Right.
a monthly subscription and they told you to pay for the extra content, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's slightly different. But
Yeah.
this idea of games coming out now where it's not a complete game and they're like, yeah, but we're going to fix it in like a year. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here in a year. So
I stream a lot
on the
with
game, not in life.
Ryan. He's a part of the Tech and Junk group. He has a whole group of people on Twitch. They do a lot of things together. I do stuff with them all the time on Elder Scrolls Online. And his current saying has become, every game's great 1 year after it comes out.
Yeah, like
Yeah, unfortunately nowadays.
Sadly,
yeah.
like I love Division 2. I've gotten you into enjoying Division 2, but we're trying to catch you up. Part of the reason we have not gone hardcore trying to catch you up and why we have not really gotten on Division 2 is the content is rolling out so slowly that we've all kind of got the mentality of, well, next February when we're looking for a game to play, we'll come back and
worry about it then.
Yeah, we'll have all this stuff to do because it's coming out so slowly.
And then I don't understand people's argument about, like, you know, when a game comes out and, you know, and this might happen with Avengers. I don't know. People come out, but but like, let's give it a year. Like, okay, sure, it's crap now, but let's give it a year. Like, we shouldn't have to give it a year.
No, and I agree with. Nope. Or
fine.
If you're going to do that, do it the Minecraft method. So Minecraft, everyone knows is $20 right now.
Right.
If you bought it early, depending on how much was completed, it was 5 or 10 or 15.
Right.
And you were considered an early adopter.
Yeah.
And of course, you can buy things later, but you were an early adopter and you didn't pay full price for it.
Sure.
So if you want to come out and tell me, well, here we have 5 hours of Avengers content, and we're going to give you new content every 3 months, and you're going to be able to play through it, and it's going to have co-op mode, and it's going to be great.
And it's free.
But it's free, but we're going to come out a little early. You get a $40 game. And then as more content's in there, $50.
Yeah, when you come out with like a complete edition. Or,
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be better. But anyway, that's my problem with the live service model as it.
Yes, I did see this, Mopey. So just apparently the campaign for the game is not co-opable.
That's crap.
It's only side stories.
That's weird.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's a very strange
decision. Yeah,
that is strange.
Like
we've got now. It depends on. I mean, I could see it if every level you don't have 3 Avengers in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a level where it's only Iron Man is in the level.
Right.
You know, so obviously it wouldn't make any sense to have Hulk and
but
my only argument with that is the same argument that I've had with every shooter. When you play Halo co-op, you're not 2 people. You're both Master Chief, and you're accepting.
So you're gonna have 4 Tony Starks flying around.
Well, you're accepting that there's 2 Master Chiefs, and you're accepting that you're kind of messing with the story a little.
Sure, yeah.
To have fun with your friends.
Yeah.
This is the gamers' agreement that I'm not going to complain that there are 2 Master Chiefs running around.
I will. At least you could change the way your Master Chiefs look.
Well, that came later. I'm talking like, remember Halo 1 and Halo 2? We were just Master
That's true.
Chiefs.
You were just Master Chiefs.
Just straight Master Chiefs. I think 1, 2, and 3 you were just straight Master Chiefs.
I think so.
I think what was the one that I loved the most?
Fall of Reach
No.
or ODST.
Oh no, ODST was great.
Yeah.
And you were 2 people in that one.
Yes.
And then Reach.
I think Reach was your favorite.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, why don't want to do that? Hey, you're gonna make the game easy. Warning, you're making the game easy, but now you're 2 Tony Starks.
It's 4 Hulks, which are just different colors of Hulk, right? You're a red Hulk.
Yeah, red Hulk. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, fuchsia.
There you go. I like
it.
it.
Could be the orange one that's powered by the sun.
It could be the orange one that's apparently Superman. The Kryptonian Hulk.
The Kryptonian Hulk.
That would be frightening.
So I don't agree with that. So far, to me, the game
Doomsday.
just looks very mediocre, very lackluster.
Oh yeah.
Nothing that I'm going to be overly excited about. I will play it. It's
I'll
kind
be
of my
honest.
job
Like
to play comic
even
book.
like character models aside, the overall visual style looks generic.
Yeah.
Very generic.
Ultimate Alliance
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
look a lot better.
We got to see we got to see Marvel Avengers, and I got to play Ultimate Alliance. And Ultimate Alliance, I had a ton of fun with.
I really
Okay.
like those games.
We'll be playing that here on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/eligiblemonster at launch. It'll be me, Andy, Natalie, and Houston. Natalie's unaware of that. She's looking at me now like, what the hell did you sign me up for? But
Was it?
can you just go with the joke?
Oh, she's actually looking at her phone. She wasn't paying attention to it at all.
All right.
my joke
So
better.
closing thoughts on Marvel
Yeah.
Avengers so we can wrap up this particular episode. Because Natalie is gaming against the evil eye because we're over time.
Yeah, we are. I'm not looking forward to it.
No?
No.
Andy?
No.
I mean, I'd have to see more at this point. At this point, the first trailer, nothing grabbed
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have to
Me
wait to
either.
see more. I'm not saying I'm definitely not going to play it. I'm not going to say I am.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to
And I've already said my opinion. It just looks mediocre to me right now. To me, it just feels like the safe bet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like Marvel Infinity, Disney Infinity 3.0 with the Marvel heroes was more of a gamble with the franchise than this.
Yep.
And even that was pretty straightforward.
Lego, what was the first Lego Marvel superhero game? That one was awesome.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
that was cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of The Comics Experiment, airing every Saturday right here at the Comicstorian channel. It's also up on Spotify, on iTunes, and various other locations. I don't have them all off the top of my head, but they are all listed on our website, eligiblemonster.com, along with everything else that we do here. You can catch this live every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, right at our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/eligiblemonster, where we also play video games on the off days. We go live with podcasts every Monday and Thursday and play various video games from Final Fantasy to Warframe to the Avengers Ultimate Alliance to Spider-Man, all right here, and you can come hang out and chat with the team and myself all the time. Today's episode was sponsored by 4Hims. Go ahead and check out 4Hims if you want to take care of your hair or your skin or your sexual wellness. Thank you guys so much, and if you enjoy our show and you want to see it continue, please consider going to either one of our sponsors or joining us at our Patreon, where we have just revisited all of the tiers, creating full, true early access, giving you 3 days early access to all of our videos, unedited versions of our podcast, and various other tiers where you can get physical merchandise from us directly to help us with our big move and expansion of the company into a larger space. Film Circuit, if you want to find him more. Instagram, he's for I Am the Andy. Gary doesn't like that I'm touching his shoulder. We'll see you next time.